Hello, this is your friend and brother V. Simpson Turner Jr. Welcome you to the Public Wants to Know show, where this is a show where we deal with a lot of the issues that are going on in our nation and certainly in our world. And today's presentation, we want to talk about the discrimination that's going on in China toward African Americans. There was a sign in the McDonald's in China that said black people cannot enter. Africans are being detained in the southern city of Durango. The fear is that Africans are spreading COVID-19 in China. So they're being evicted from their homes, they're being detained, they're being mistreated just based upon their race. Dr. Adam Bujuma is a specialist on African-China relations, and he says that in China that there is racism and that Africans are being mistreated simply because of the color of their skin. And it's so interesting to note that even in America, where racism is running rampant, and African Americans know here all well how we're being treated in this nation, and it's running rampant to the extent that even in China, a mixed race couple was separated, where the African was moved to another table and the Asian person was set at another table, and then the children were split based upon their race as well. So the vestiges of racism that is running rampant in the United States of America has even started to move around the world. And here, where there have been incidents, some 1,700 incidents in our country regarding race relations between Africans and African Americans and those who are Caucasians, as well as our Latino brothers and sisters, and as well as even some of our Asian brothers and sisters in this nation. We can see that racism is alive and well. And we, as righteous thinking people, have to fight the bad. We have to also recognize that POTUS, since he's been in office, has done everything he could to stir up race relations in a very negative way. And he's divided this country like never seen before since the period of the Civil War. And so we encourage all of those of you who are good people, and certainly people that have the interests of healing our nation, to stand up against racism, stand up against injustice, and we believe that we can keep hope alive. Again, thank you for being with us today. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter. DRVSTJR is our Twitter handle. DR, D as in dog, R as in Randy, V as in victory, S as in Sam, T as in Tom, JR is our Twitter handle. Remember, you can follow us on the gram, Dr. VS Turner Jr. on the gram, Dr. VS Turner Jr. on the gram. And we would like for you to subscribe here to our YouTube channel, Dr. V. Simpson Turner. Subscribe to it, and we will continue to bring information to you that's not readily available and not really talked about on the major news networks. So again, thank you for being with us. This has been your friend and brother, V. Simpson Turner Jr., with the Public Wants to Know show, saying, don't ever forget, it will get better.